Civilization or Barbarism, an Authentic Anthropology by Dr. Cheikh Anta Diop. History does not contain cases in which a developed slave society was formed by the simple socio-economic or differentiation within a given society. There is no correlation between generalized slave labor and an increase in the material productive forces. It is rather the reverse that one notes with the mediocrity of the productivity of slave labor. Similarly, for Machiavelli, there is no demonstrable relationship between the passage from one mode of production to another and the technical level, or more precisely, the development of tools. In Europe, the passage from slavery to feudalism occurred under conditions of decadence rather than from a rise in production. One and the same instrument of work can form the basis of the slave structure as well as that of the feudal structure. It is the same today, where the same technique can form the basis for capitalism in one case, for socialism in the other. Criticizing the original thesis upheld by Machiavelli, Charles Perrain makes the remark that each passage from one mode of production to another is accompanied by an acceleration of historical time. Machiavelli considers the Roman slave system to be a momentary deviation, and that after the fall of Rome, Western society again took the normal, universal path toward feudalism. But Perrain rejects this pan feudalism, which does not take into account the level of productive forces in the study of the diverse varieties of feudalism. In order to really be qualified as a progressive epic, universal by nature and not fact, in Marx's sense, it is indispensable for the ancient slave stage to have contained the seed of the next stage of feudalism, which is self contained also the seed of the stage of capitalism. There is feudalism only if agricultural, fundamental to this stage, has the technical acquisitions of an ancient slave of ancient slavery, and if the conditions of the exploitation of direct producers allow increased production, reproduction, and as a result, the maturation of the new productive forces necessary for the constitution of capitalism. It is only in contempt of these considerations, says Perrin, that one can reject the Marxist series of progressive epics or stages without which all logic seems to be eliminated from human history. If the capacity of the society's adaptation to the changes caused by the development of the productive forces were absolute, there would not have been a revolution. Society could pass from one mode of production to another without revolution. It might be observed that here Perrin merely poses the inverse problem without critically examining the idea of today's American capitalism and Soviet socialism have the same technical basis, and that this clearly illustrates the idea of a revolution without a qualitative leap in the productive forces. We'll stop there. Can continue back. Civilization or barbarism. I'm Uriel. Hi, sir.